Hey, what's happening? Let that rock for a minute. Actually, I will. All right, let's get this started. Make it a quick one. Hey, welcome back to Transparent Conversations, Elevated Exchanges. This is your boy Calvin, or CPJR, if you know me, or CPJR 300, if you feel me. Welcome back to my YouTube channel, Transparent Conversations, Substack, Transparent Conversations, everywhere really just Transparent Conversations or Elevated Exchanges. This is my space on the World Wide Web to talk about things I'm thinking about, things I'm going through. Used to be a podcast about things like ethical non-monogamy, polyamory, but ever since the number 47 got back into office, it's been about politics and just talking about things that you probably don't see on mainstream media. I think I just heard that we have nuclear power plants have been hit in the Middle East. Looks like, from what I could tell, Israel may have done that. And this is interesting. It's going to tie into what I'm talking about tonight. So this isn't a regular show. Regularly, I do the shows at Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 7 o'clock or 7, 8 o'clock. I was going to do this one as a roundup show for the week and to get us started into the new week, something short and quick. But I just noticed something very weird happened on Friday night. They took a vote on this Corker bill or Corsa bill. I'll review it later. And they passed it through the House on bipartisanship. They passed a bill. And I'm gonna have it's all gonna be explained in a minute, and why I'm so upset about it. But 140 something Democrats voted with the Republicans to pass this new bill where they're gonna set up a new little center in the Department of Homeland Security with ties to ICE to basically work with states and retail crime or money crime. I don't know. So apparently, if you rob a 7-Eleven and you drive off and you need some assistance from DHS, you just ping them. They hit the cameras, find them, just like that. So the information goes both ways. So it's very strange that, to me, that, we haven't gotten anything on the bipartisanship from the Republicans, but we're happy to give them this. And the fact that they closed the government down not to fund ICE anymore unless they put some stipulations, some teeth into keeping them under control. They haven't gotten those, and now they just gave them more responsibility. So the whole thing's mixed up. Right? 140 something Democrats. That's what the problem's going to be. That's why I keep saying that the Democrats can lose this because the light's green. You know what that means. So Democrats can still lose this because they're doing double dealing again. That's the problem when they do double dealing. What is going on? How would you want to constrain ICE by not giving them any more money unless they are right into, certain rules and things like that, no masks and things like that, no random picking up people and going in people's houses without a judicial warrant. All of that, never got it, but then turn around and give them more control and more information sharing with local police for retail crimes. What does Department of Homeland Security have to do with retail crimes? Okay. So, more surveillance. That's what it is, just more surveillance. So, the problem with this is, for me, is that when you give government or departments or the executive branch gets this power, even though we get a Democrat into office the next election in 2028, he may not want to give this power. Maybe that's what the Democrats were thinking about. I haven't heard an explanation yet. So what happened was they said that the Democrats, these certain number of Democrats voted for this bill, and we'll go over what the bill is in a few moments. But then my House of Representative member of Congress voted for the bill, and I don't know what to do or what to say about this. It just keeps really happening. I've actually had forgotten, and I've talked to my parents about it too. Live in the same county, they forgot too who this guy is, and he's Glen Ivey, the fourth. What is he? 4th district representative, 4th district member of Congress for the House of Representatives. That's what he is. So yeah, he's been in there for a few years, but now I found out what really happened and how he got in. He actually made a deal with AIPAC. He has gotten $7 million from AIPAC, which is almost the record. And I don't think no one knows it. No one talks about it. This isn't a county that's probably not even worried about that much because this is a county predominantly black, predominantly affluent. Well, yeah, and very, very religious. They go to church. They have the same type of Zionist mentality that Israel has to be in the Middle East for Jesus to come home and all this kind of stuff. So, you know, they were happy to give Israel all the bombs they need to carry out their genocide. And now they're wars, and now they're bombing nuclear power plants. So this could be it. Or it could be just another bomb. I don't know at all. But what I found interesting was I wanted to just come. I'm going to present this first tape as the evidence, not the evidence, but the smoking gun, as to why he's in office, how he got in office, and what deal he made to be in office. And then be quiet so everyone forgets that he's actually in office, because he's like in office to serve this constituency, because we did not give him $7 million. I know for sure no candidate in this county has been able to raise $7 million from the people. It's not that big of a state, and maybe affluent, but it's not wealthy. There's wealthy areas, but not in this part, 4th district. No, he didn't do it. So he got the money from them, but then there is So I wanted to make sure, I was looking for some type of mea culpa, or, you know, why did he take the money? I was trying to explain that, like, I think Hakeem Jeffries said that he took the money so that he can use it on other Democratic candidates. He was just spreading it around. But once you take the money, I think you're like beholden to them, right? Because they seem to always vote for more arms, no controls, no stipulations, just here, take the bombs, do what you got to do, as if now they're cheering them on, as if they're in a holy crusade. They keep saying October 7th. That's the information around that's sketchy. And the reaction, you know what I'm saying? It's been overwhelming. The buildings are all gone in Gaza. They're gone. And people are just standing outside. That's weird. So anyway, so I wanted to make sure that I didn't find anything. I haven't found anything. I haven't found an interview or anybody talking about it. But it's becoming clear that the candidates who are beholden to AIPAC aren't going to be voted for. I refuse to vote for. Unless I hear something, I doubt if I will. I'm not even a Democrat. So I'm getting this message out to Democrats. Like I said, I'll talk to my family everywhere and telling them, like, you know, you guys are going to vote for this guy. He takes $7 million from AIPAC. And now we find out he voted for this bill to link DHS, ICE to the local police departments. We're always sharing information on retail crime. Doesn't make any sense. But I came across this. AIPAC has a YouTube page. And for $7 million, this is what you get. So pro-Israel
candidates for this race were Glen Ivey and Donna Edwards. Donna was a congresswoman previously, and she had a track record of being fairly hostile to the U.S.-Israel relationship. And Glen is completely the opposite. Glen has a very strong history with the pro-Israel community. He's been to Israel before, and so it really was a very stark choice.
My dad is Glen Ivey, the Democratic nominee for Congress, former state's attorney for Prince George's County, and a great guy. I was looking at the polling, and
so
when
links
we
to this
started,
video will be in
we were
the,
at
in the show
12%.
notes. I think I don't, but it's available.
36%.
Just search for.
But I mean, I always felt
AIPAC,
this was a
and
race.
you'll find
that
this
we
video.
could. The only issue I thought was whether we would have the resources to do it in a way that would give us a chance to sort of close that big gap.
When we got AIPAC's endorsement, we got so many calls from people saying like, "Oh wow, like you actually have a shot here," and we didn't know exactly what that meant until things really started to pick up.
Hey sir, how's it going? How are you today?
The members of the community, the pro-Israel community, played a great role in this race. Not only did we raise money for him locally, but we told all of our friends across the country how important this race would be.
We really
I'm gonna pause this
changed
for just a
the
second.
trajectory of this race and of
So I will say this: I'm not sure if this is gonna give me a copyright strike. So if it does give me a copyright strike, I'm gonna strike it and just cut the video completely out and then just put it together. And I'll just talk about a little bit and put it in there. But if I have to cut it out, I have to cut it out. But if you search Glen Ivey AIPAC, you'll be able to find this video on the AIPAC YouTube page. Right out there in the open. So this isn't a hidden video or anything like that. It's open. It's available right there on their YouTube page. But they may have a copyright restriction. So I looked for one. I couldn't find one. So I'm hoping I don't lose my channel.
this entire district, you all stood when nobody else was willing to stand with us, and I will never forget that.
This race is an example of what we can do and what we can accomplish and the impact that we can have.
I think that in a lot of respects, being involved in the political process is the most uniquely American thing that I do. And I think that when we as a community come together, we are acting as true patriotic Americans. We're doing something on an issue that we all feel passionately is going to strengthen America. This is about what's good for America.
What does he mean by that? How's it good for America? How's it good for America us sending money over there? I'm confused.
Hi, I'm Tara Brown, AIPAC's Middle.
So I'm confused about what he said in the end, though. It's like he's doing an American thing, what's good for America by giving them money. And now we're in a war where they're blowing up nuclear power plants. So you see that $7 million bought him completely. That video is like not many of those videos exist on the site like that. So this is the $7 million deluxe package. You see that he was up against Donna Edwards, who was not friendly. She was hostile towards Israel. And now they found a pro-Israel candidate to take the money, and that's how he beat Donna Edwards. Now, who does he serve? Who does he serve? Because I don't even know what he stood for. Like I said, we forgot he was actually the guy, our representative. But then who does he serve? I'm sure he's doing some good things for Maryland. But then he throw all his votes towards Israel as far as weapons and the standing ovation for Netanyahu, just the blanket support for Israel, and it's not in our best interest. So how do you square that? And then we get to this next one, the actual thing that happened. Here's the information about the bill that was just passed in the House because 140 some odd Democrats decided to vote for it. You should check for yours and see if your Democrat voted for this bill, and like 50 something didn't. But why did they vote for the bill? Why did they give the Republicans a bipartisan win?
Bro, I be reading these bills because I know y'all don't got time to read all these bills. So I read them so you don't have to, you feel me? And I feel like I just saw something and I think maybe I'm tripping, so tell me if I'm tripping. So Congress is pushing this bill called Corca, and it's about retail theft, right? Retail theft, right? That's like somebody stealing deodorant from Walgreens and CVS, right? But then I actually read the bill, I'm reading through it and I'm like, ICE? I'm sorry, ICE? I'm sorry, Immigration's Customs Enforcement? This is a weird place for you to be. Why are you here, sir? What does ICE, a federal enforcement agency, have to do with somebody taking something from a retail store? So I keep reading. Turns out the bill sets up a whole new national crime center, and that crime center would be under the Department of Homeland Security, which is the same department that runs ICE. And who would be in charge of this new national crime center? Oh, you guessed it, somebody handpicked by the ICE leadership. So I'm like, how did we get here? From shoplifting. How did we get here? Instead of local police handling it, you're bringing in an entire federal agency built for immigrations enforcement, national security. Are you hearing what I'm saying? This new center can partner with local police everywhere, share data with private corporations, and basically plug federal surveillance into everyday retail spaces. And we've already seen DHS under this administration misuse data before, pulling taxpayer records, tracking protesters, and now we're giving them more access and helping them share it with the same corporations that push this bill. And you know what the part that got me is? There's Democrats that are supporting this bill. We spend all this time saying ICE has too much power. ICE is getting too much of the American dollar to do nefarious things. ICE has too much surveillance. ICE has too little accountability. And now you have Democratic congressmen supporting something that appears to be expanding that surveillance power and diminishing that accountability through a shoplifting bill. I don't know, maybe I'm tripping.
No, man, you're not tripping. That's the real deal. So basically, what we're saying, though now, this is about the data. This is about ICE getting access to local police. They can tap in the lines. They can share information. What is that about? Why would you do that? And why isn't anyone talking about it? And why aren't the Democrats, who I don't understand Democrats. I'm independent. So the Maryland primary is already ongoing. They mail out the ballots. I'm not sure when they're going to be in. I don't know the date of the actual election. I'm an independent. I don't vote in primaries. I can't vote in the primary. So whoever Maryland picks, whoever the Democrats in Maryland pick, I'm not going to vote for Glen Ivey. I'm not going to do it. I can't do it unless I hear something. But I'm not hearing anything. No one's saying anything about it. So how deep does the well goes? How deep is it down that rabbit hole that they seem to have just weaseled their way into our government? And the only thing they said that they gave him the money for was that he's pro-Israel. They didn't ask him, was he pro-housing, education, in America? Nothing. The one thing he had to be was pro-Israel. How does that fix the schools and the roads and the housing and the budget and preparing for disasters? How does it help Marylanders? Doesn't make any sense. So they gave him the money simply to beat Donna Edwards with money, and then because $7 million was a lot of money to spend for a local campaign like this. This isn't that affluent of an area. Okay, so the reason I'm really alarmed about this, and I gotta stop for just a second. We'll stop 1 second and get back to the next video. But I need to just do a reminder: if you like this content and you feel like you want to support me, just please like, share, and subscribe to this video, and I'd appreciate it, and it'll help us, help me build up the channel some more. And get the equipment. All right, and now we're gonna go to my sponsor real quick. I'm not gonna do this a long time. I don't know where it is. Okay, hold tight. Oh, right here. So we're gonna go here to the website, which is big4brands.com. Big4brands.com. They have sausages, hot dogs, bacon hot dog, things like that. Things are delicious. They have all kinds of sauces from Chicago. What's that? Okay. So so try it out. Use my code word ELEVATE and you'll get 20% off. All right, that's that. All right, so we're gonna go on back to the next video, and we're gonna finish talking about that. What I was saying. So basically, the information is the point, right? More surveillance, and then that got me thinking about the what's going on with the billionaires, because they're basically seem like they're going to throw a coup, a techno coup, But they're basically talking about how much information they need to share. Now I'm thinking about data centers. I'm in IT, not at this size at all, but I have worked in data centers and for co-location. So basically, companies all of a sudden start because of data centers and everyone has these high-speed lines. You don't have to have your servers right in the same room. You get the same speed if you put your servers in a co-location, a data center that you have access to the cages the other companies don't. So that gets your information in a very secure place, right? With the air conditioning, everything's in cages, their guards. Those are data centers. Those are the ones that I'm used to. Companies like Netflix do the same thing. They use these same co-locations. Now with co-location, there's never one. There's always two or three. So we had one down in Ashburn, Virginia. And then they built a whole nother big building, and we put another co-location there. Duplicate systems. So for fault tolerance, if one goes down, the other one just switches over. So same equipment that's in this one, same equipment in that one. And then to be even more sure that we're not going to be able to go down and go out, we had another co-location. They were getting ready to set that one up when I left, up in Philadelphia, Pittsburgh. So there's three. Right, so when you build a data center, and I don't know this technology or the engineering behind it, but I don't know about fault tolerance for these things. But if you have one data center and it goes offline, where's there another data center? Like there doesn't have to be two or three. Like what happens? Even for like speed, or you don't have just one data center. You have different ones for different areas. So are they moving data around? And they have to have, because they're building these data centers everywhere. So usually if you build one, you gotta build two for fault tolerance. Now, I'm just getting into it, so I don't know. So, but the information that's going around is real. Like, so we just paid about the bill. So the other bill, we just talked about Quokka, is about information sharing and things like that. And also apprehending people. Because if you could tap into DHS, and you already know that DHS and ICE are using these little face scanners, things like that, and that's tied into Palantir. Yeah, Palantir. So let's look at Palantir.
I'm about to say could impact the rest of your life. A former Palantir executive blew the whistle yesterday, and what he said was honestly terrifying. He said, and I quote, "It is factually correct that Palantir intends to take over the U.S. government while heavily funding the effort. Many of my ex-colleagues are now installed inside the U.S. government. Our nation is an occupied nation. We basically have a terrorist entity deeply embedding itself into the U.S. government." Every U.S. citizen is now being surveilled by this one company that creates software that does only two things: mass surveillance and mass slaughter. Yes, I can prove it. Palantir is the largest surveillance weapons and software company on the planet, netting just under $400 billion, and it was founded in 2004 by Alex Karp and Peter Thiel. But as soon as this company was founded, it was dumped into by the CIA, millions of dollars. Now, this is a massive red flag because typically when governments do mass surveillance on citizens, they need to do large court hearings, oversight, have public records of this. But if it's a private company partnering with the government behind closed doors, they don't have to do any of that. They can just secretly hush, collect all the data, do whatever they want, and they can label it as a trade secret. This is exactly why hundreds of billions of dollars are funneled into private security companies. It's not just for war, it's for control. Now, what does this $100 billion software actually look like and do? Well, this is it right here. This is a real picture of their software. Gotham, which is used to aggregate large surveillance lists to create kill lists, literally to gather data and create lists of people to kill. They also have a software called Mosaic, which is designed to scrape all of the information possible off of people from social media and the internet to gather data to then also what? What do you think? Go kill them. Their software was also used to create death robots that were used in the war in Israel to instantly kill people. Does this sound like a sci-fi movie, or is this one of the most evil and devious companies ever created? It's founders like this that make me realize how vital it is to have conscious, heart-led founders in society today. It's exactly why I made it my mission to help more conscious creators, founders scale their businesses.
All right, so we're going to go to one more video. We're going to keep going with the next video. So that was Palantir. Now this is The Ellison.
Posting something insane. An AI executive said every day in 2026, and talking about a lot of crazy stuff.
Our body cameras are simply lenses, two lenses attached to your vest, attached to the smartphone that you're wearing, and the camera's always on. You don't turn it on and off. And by the way you turn it on, you can't turn it on. I'm going to the bathroom. Oracle, I need 2 minutes to take a bathroom break, and we'll turn it off. The truth is, we don't really turn it off.
Wait. Did you hear that? The truth is, we don't really turn it off.
What we do is
now what they're saying is human eyes won't be it's not going to be turned off, but human eyes are never supposed to see the video. Only AI is supposed to see the video unless you get a warrant. So what he's saying, we record everything, we don't see it until there's a warrant, then we go back and see it. But the AI will be constantly monitoring it to send alerts and things like that.
Record it so no one can see it, but no one can get into that recording without a court order. We won't listen in unless there's a court order. But it's interesting. But we transmit the video back to headquarters. So headquarters and AI is constantly monitoring the video. The police will be on their best behavior because we're constantly watching and recording everything that's going on. Citizens will be on their best behavior because we're constantly recording and reporting everything that's going on. And it's unimpeachable. If we can use AI, and we're using AI to monitor the video. It's not people that are looking at those cameras, it's AI that's looking at the camera. And if there's a problem, AI will report the problem and report it to the appropriate person.
Posting something insane. An AI executive said every day in 20...
This is like 1984, the most dystopian thing I've ever heard in my life. They're going to be monitoring us, and then the AI is going to decide what we're doing is appropriate or not. And if it's not, we get alerted. Right? And then they can see the video. Otherwise, they won't see the video unless they get alerted. They got to get a court order, they see the video based on the alert that they got from AI. So what could you do in life? You're just a slave to the AI. How is that making any sense? You're going to be a slave to the AI. And this is a billionaire. It's just like he needs to control everyone. What are they scared of? They're scared of us because they know they're fucking us. This is insane. Insane. I think I have one more. Oh, yeah. I have one more video. So that's it. Tied together. Money going around. People getting elected for reasons we don't know why they got elected. Got elected for a reason because another lobby organization liked them because they pro for this country. Doesn't have anything to do with us at all. I don't go to video. Now, if I'm wrong, I'll be wrong. If you tell me I'm wrong, I'll be wrong. But I see what I saw. And that's a lot of money. And that's weird that they voted for that bill and no one's calling anyone out on it. It's a bipartisan bill, but you shut the government down because you didn't want to give Department of ICE, DHS, any money because you couldn't get them to constrain themselves. But now you give them another connection to local police. Doesn't make any sense. Doesn't make any sense. All right, someone who I follow in Maryland, because of this situation, I decided to. Well, I don't know how it worked out, but I decided I needed to see more local politics, and then this popped up my feed. This young lady works for WAMU. Her name is Jenny. I'm not gonna say it wrong. Jenny Abiambu. But anyway, ever since she's been doing her feed through Instagram. The information will be posted in 1 second. It's always be in the show notes. On Instagram, I've been kept up with the local politicians. Now, she did talk about Ward 5 with Steny Hoyer. I haven't seen her talk about Ward 4. There are, I think, 3 or 4 other Democrats running against Ivey. I don't know what his stance is. He's running, so and he's quiet. So you just go and hit the button because I know that name. But I think some of us need to call attention to the situation and what happened and the money that went to AIPAC. AIPAC gave him the victory over Donna Edwards because he was pro-Israel and she wasn't. That's just the truth. All right, so this is an old. She updates her Instagram a lot. So if you want to keep up with news in Maryland, Montgomery County, PG County, all the other counties, out of PG and Montgomery, Calvert County, Howard County, Jessup, Glen Ivey. Is it Glen Ivey? or Glen Burnie, that's all the way out there. Townsend, those are other Maryland counties. So yeah, so she covers all that. So check it out. This is a report. One of the first reports I saw that she was reporting, and the way she reported is a very nice way. She's talented. She can tell she's on. She's an upper echelon journalist, but it's accurate information and it's interesting. And she does if you follow her, you will comment and she will respond to you if you have a question.
People have been asking, who is the data center in Montgomery County being built for? I got an answer for you. My name is Shane Vanmer. I'm a reporter for WMU. Hit that follow button. We're going to go into this in 90 seconds. Let's do this. Very reliable sources have told me that the end user is Amazon, one of the largest cloud companies in the world. There's a large data center project that's moving into Montgomery County. I've done multiple stories on this. The project is said to be located in the old Dickerson coal plant site, up in northern Montgomery County. Officials say the project could bring in tens of millions of dollars. A lot of residents have pushed back on this whole development. They've been raising concerns about rising utility prices, environmental pollution. There's a lot of them have said they want a moratorium. County Executive Mark Alvarez has been hesitant to do that. This landing as Annapolis just passed legislation that would force data centers to bring their own generation so that they wouldn't be passing on the costs for grid upgrades and power to residential ratepayers. Now, it's not clear if this particular development will be able to do that. Out, you can see that Amazon is really settling itself in our region. Amazon just last month it was reported that they were paying over $400 million for the George Washington University campus center in Ashburn, where they plan to build data centers there as well. This is a developing story. I definitely plan to ask your local leadership about this and talk to people how they feel about Amazon being the end user about this, and make sure you hit that follow button and share with your communities because this is all super important. Bye, guys.
Now, see, I know Amazon has different centers, different data centers for different instances, EC2, things like that, for different areas. Some areas were out. We were told we couldn't set up new workspaces in those areas, virtual workspaces, because it was out of space. So now they're desperately getting more space. But for me, and I'm going to be honest with you, the spend is too high. The spend is too high unless they're counting on government money. They're not counting on retail money. They're not counting on consumer money. They're counting on government money. And I don't know what the government money is for, but you hear these gentlemen talk, they definitely have a weird view of life for us. They want to control life for us. We want to walk around with cameras recording it, and then this is dystopian. This is real. I can't believe this is actually happening, where they're trying to take over the world. I don't think we should ignore them. All right, we gotta have some fun right now. So that's all the news, right? Just you make a decision. I've already decided that I'm not voting for AIPAC Democrat. If he wins the primary, I just won't vote. I'm not voting for a Republican either. I just won't vote for the representative of that seat. Independents, do what you must. Democrats, do what you must. You have the information. Hopefully someone else will amplify this information or correct me if I'm wrong. But the reason he got the money to be Donna Edwards, because she was anti or not for Israel, and he was pro-Israel, so they gave him the money, gave him the win. That has nothing to do with Maryland. All right, let's do a couple of jokes. I just found this guy. He's kind of funny, so we can refresh ourselves. We do have some spoken word, and we do have some go-go, of course. All right, you're going to like the go-go, too, if you're someone like me.
Strippers will be dancing over your food like they great in Parmesan. No, thank you. No, that's enough. It's glitter all over this.
I'll talk about glitter in a minute. So one more joke.
I was out in D.C. and I'm like, do y'all not sleep?
D.C. does not sleep.
Somebody like, yeah, we going to the after hours. It's 3:45. Actually, I thought we was just going to go get some chicken wings and call it a night. Not drink some more. What is you doing? Some more,
man. I'm glad I stopped drinking. I
miss my bed.
Yeah, the reason I was late is I had to go to a meeting for recovery. So, yeah, I know that life. It's not good. Did That's why I'm late. I was going to post this at 7 o'clock. I didn't get to this till now. And I probably won't have it posted till about midnight once I edit it up. But I will complete it. And the show on Monday is iffy. So let's listen to some spoken word. This is not my normal kind of spoken word I listen to, but it's on hope. And I call this section of the show Some Hope. We're fighting for a reason. We're not fighting to be automatons controlled by AI. That's for sure.
I'm not religious, but when I see someone running to catch the bus, I say a silent prayer for them. I pray to no one and everyone when I silently say, I hope you make it. And these 5 words contain all the things I wish for this stranger. I hope you make it. I hope the stars align and you can be at the right place at the right time. And once the fight to catch the bus is won, you can rest and catch your breath instead, knowing that you are exactly where you need to be. I have all these little hopes for the strangers I see. Like, I hope you have the most perfect cup of tea. And I hope that your mornings are slow and that you learn how to let go like the autumn leaves do in bursts of bright color, making way for something new. And I hope someone always holds out a hand for you when you need it, but also that you have the courage to take it, knowing that you have the strength to hold heaviness when you face it. And I hope you always have a place that feels like home, whether it's a physical place or one that you carry with you in your soul. And I hope that people are kind and life is good and you are safe and loved as everyone should be. We all deserve this. And I'm not religious, but I have been praying more lately for the strangers I see in real life and the ones on the telly. And it can be for things as mundane as catching trains, or for the people who are fleeing things some are more hesitant to name. Because what is a prayer but a wish for all humanity? One that shoulders all of our collective hopes for the things that we see and that we fight for. Because we hope and we fight for equal rights, the end of genocide, peace on this earth, and kids to not know what hurt is. So when I say, I hope you make it, those 5 words contain not only the weight of the world, but the promise to break it and remake it and rebalance the scales. To be a drop in the ocean that swells to make all ships rise, so we can all sail safely and actually self-actualize. So when I say, I hope you make it, I am not only praying for you, I hope you make it because I hope we all do. So when you see someone running for the bus or someone who is facing something you would rather turn away from, I hope you hold on to your hope and stay engaged. Your hope shines out like the sun's rays. Without it, the world only gets more grey. Without our collective hope, we can't believe in change, and change is something we need to make. Mm-hmm. So I hope you make it. I hope we all do. Thank you.
All right, what y'all want to hear? Y'all want some go-go? We can get up out of here. I want you to hear this. I want you to ever hear this, see this video. It's a nice video. Yeah, I hope I did it right. I'll tell you in a second. I'm making a trick on you. Because I want the other video. I can say it down now, there you go. Here's switch out. She's known. They know her. They got her other name. His name is Cece something. But don't just show how Gogo is aged. And he grew up with us. This is DC vibe right here. That's just a little taste. Okay, I'm out, y'all. Peace. See you tomorrow night. 7 o'clock or 8 o'clock. All right. Peace.